Whether it's Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Call of Duty, or other games, our favorite games could evolve into competitive esports through the passion of gamers. But there were definitely a few important stages along the way, without which esports probably wouldn't have become that successful. From small tournaments to sold-out arenas and leagues that now rival traditional sports. Esports has come a long way since its humble beginnings. But what events have shaped esports as we know it today the most? We present you the top 10 moments in esport that have made it what it is today. Top 10. Today there are many different esport titles, but let's start from the very beginning. In the beginning, there was only Space War Invaders. Yes, you heard it right. Even in the days of arcades and slot machines, there were esport tournaments. To be exact, the first Space War tournament was held at Stanford back in 1972. This laid the first foundation for esports tournaments, and in 1980, 10,000 people participated in the Space Invaders Championships. By the way, the very first esport champion back then was Rebecca Heinemann, who was just 17 years old at the time, but still a real nerd. Who could have imagined back then how strongly esports would develop to this day?
Games on my Apple II.
What?
Yep.
Top 9. Even before esport had its real breakthrough, Quake was played. Quake, and the QuakeCon event in particular, paved the way for offline events that eventually became the best environment for professional esports tournaments. QuakeCon was put together by fans and supported by developer ID software to celebrate the competitive first-person shooter. What seems normal to us today was quite revolutionary at the time. However, the developers never intended to hold a tournament. They used QuakeCon to showcase the company's innovative software, promote its new games, and provide fans with an entertaining competition on the side. At the time, a trend was set that was picked up by the CPL and the PGL shortly after the first QuakeCon. What started as a 30-person event in a Texas hotel has become a phenomenon throughout esports. Top 8. Before Counter-Strike became one of the biggest esports titles, it all started with an offline event in a hotel in the US. Back then, there was no Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, or Steam, and yet there was already $150,000 in prize money in 2000. If you wanted to watch the event, you had to go to the tournament in person. That's very different today, but back then, there weren't many majors. One of the first was the Cyber Athlete Professional League World Championship, which became a springboard for some organizations to launch their esports careers. Teams like Ninjas in Pajamas, SK Gaming, and Evil Geniuses competed back then and now have several teams in different esports titles. This development is also mainly thanks to the ESL, which started as a German clan league in the late 90s and grew bigger every year. Today, ESL is finally one of the biggest tournament organizers and promoters in esports, which definitely laid the foundation for esports success back then. ESL was the first major esports league and helped make esports a global phenomenon. Top 7. Before there was the IEM, ESL, Blast, Worlds, TI, or any other events in professional esport leagues, there was the World Cyber Games. Since 2000, up to 9 games were played there every year, which were esport titles. FIFA and StarCraft were represented every year, by the way, but Counter-Strike and Warcraft 3 were also very popular. The European version of the event was launched in 2005, which took place at Cebit in Hanover. In 2020, the last WCG event was held online because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and it was supposed to be the last time at the same time. Nevertheless, the tournament had a great impact on our esports landscape today and paved the way for its success. Top 6. Another important stop in the evolution of esports was the emergence of the multiplayer online battle arena genre. What we know today as League of Legends has its origins in the fan-created mod Eon of Strife for StarCraft II: Brood War. Then, in 2003, another mod called Defense of the Ancients was released for Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, which was based on Eon of Strife and quickly became the most popular MOBA game. In 2009, Dota All-Stars was released, a remastered version of Dota that was even more popular than the original. That was the same year that League of Legends was released. Then in 2013, Dota 2 was released, which was developed by Valve and built on Dota All-Stars. In 2011, the first season of League of Legends was played and was a huge success. Dota 2 and League of Legends have created one of the biggest esports fields that have slowly but surely elevated the industry to a new level. Top 5. Fighting games are rather popular in North America, but they also make up an important part of esports. The Evolution Championship Series was founded in 1996 and has been called that since 2002. The tournament has grown larger each year, but has seen hype especially in 2009 with Street Fighter IV. The game revitalized the fighting game community, which had stalled somewhat since 2002. The new game was praised for its simple 2D fighting mechanics and responsive operation. This year, EVO has had more registrations than ever before, and this was largely due to the release of Street Fighter VI. The game is one of the most popular fighting games of all time and has taken the genre to a new level for the competitive and casual community. Top 4. The fact that Dota 2 tournaments have one of the highest prize pools of all esport titles is something you've heard from us before. Most notably, in 2021, the International had the largest prize pool to date at $40 million. The event's prize pool was funded through crowdfunding, where players could buy in-game items to contribute to the prize pool. The Dota 2 Compendium was the predecessor to the Battle Pass, and included various in-game cosmetics for couriers, heroes, and wards. The Compendium came out in 2013, and was well received by the Dota 2 community. The International had a prize pool of $2.8 million, but going forward, the tournament will likely never reach that amount again, as Valve announced a change to the monetization system. The success of the International has inspired other esport titles to launch similar crowdfunding campaigns, but none of them could match the success of Dota 2. Only the Saudi esports event Gamers 8 was able to surpass the International, with $45 million in the prize pool. Top 3. Something you can't imagine esports without today had very humble beginnings. The streaming platform Twitch was founded in 2007 as Justin TV. On the website, you could stream live videos of yourself while playing games, making music, or just chatting. Twitch quickly became a popular website for gamers, and the success was smelled by Amazon. In 2014, Twitch was purchased for $970 million by Amazon, which invested heavily in the platform in the following years to expand it further. Eventually, a way for streamers to make money was introduced, and Twitch has become an important part of gaming and esports culture. The platform has helped small indie games gain incredible popularity like Fall Guys, Among Us, and others that became extremely successful overnight. There are now alternatives to Twitch, but esports wouldn't be where it is today without the platform. Top 2. Twitch was also able to generate hype around the Battle Royale genre in 2017. No later than after the book and movie The Tributes of Panem, the term was no longer an unknown one, if you didn't already know it from the Japanese movie called Battle Royale from 2000. Especially through PUBG, the genre got worldwide attention. Since then, many more Battle Royale games have been released, including Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone. The Battle Royale genre is still relatively new, but it has already become one of the most popular genres in the video game world. In 2020, when the whole world was more at home than on the road because of the corona pandemic, the release of Call of Duty Warzone hit like a bomb. There has been an international PUBG tournament since 2018, and the Apex Legends Global Series since 2019. There have also even been tournaments for Warzone since 2021, the World Series of Warzone. It's a competitive game mode that's still popular, and the genre will likely continue to grow in the coming years. Top 1. If you like playing Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Apex Legends, or Overwatch, then you were probably rather skeptical about the release of Valorant in 2020. Nevertheless, the second major title from Riot Games has celebrated its success, and after all, even former Counter-Strike pros have switched to the new shooter. Even though the game and esports are still quite young, the title is growing every year. Valorant seems like a mixture of tactical shooter, as known from CSGO, and Apex Legends, where the characters have special abilities in addition to their weapons. What Riot has done right with it? It's an accessible, free-to-play game that's constantly getting new content. After a short beta period in early 2020, it was released in June that same year, and not even a month later, a new esport title was also born. Probably that was Riot's goal from the beginning, and even if the newest esport doesn't have a perfect system yet, it still excites quite a few people right now. What else can happen in 10 years, Valorant? We will see. That was our top 10 video of the week. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.